Yo, what's going on? Delta Neon here, and as you already see on your screen and from the thumbnail, we are going to be using a Salandit team. And you may think this is a joke, but I actually think Salandit is a pretty good card. We're running it in the dark deck because it is pretty reliant on poison, obviously. Without poison, it's a pretty bad basic. With no poison, it's 60 HP, 1 retreat, 1 colorless energy for 10 damage. You don't want that. But with a poison, it's able to shoot off 60 damage. You may be saying, well, 10 plus 40 is 50, Darian. Delta Neon, whatever you want to call me. What are you talking about? But also the poison does 10 damage, so you do need to keep that in mind. And what better partner to have than Weezing here? Obviously, Weezing has the free poison ability and tackle. And the combination of Poison Leak plus Tackle plus Celebi staying in for 1 turn will result in Salandit being able to one-shot Celebi. This team also does really good versus Mewtwo, obviously being dark, with any of the attackers, honestly. So this team consistently takes out probably the top 2 teams. I don't know how it does versus Pikachu, but people haven't really been running Pikachu. Maybe it's because of the lack of new cards or what have you, but that's what I've noticed. And Scolipede is a very strong Pokemon, so if you're able to get the poison off and Koga, your Weezing, into Scolipede, you will one-shot Pikachu. So I have a feeling this team doesn't do bad into Pika either. Pretty good setup, honestly. I don't think it would do great into Charizard, obviously, but the thing about Charizard is you need to get set up early, so this team can do that. So we got 1 Salandit, 2 of the new coughing, because the new coughing caused the other coughing. That's pretty important if you want to Koga bounce. We got 2 Venopedes, Scolipeds, you know the vibes. We got 2 Weezings, 1 XP, 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor Research, 2 Koga, and 2 Leaves. A lot of our Pokemon have 2 retreat costs, so we just have 2 Leaves instead of multiple of the X-Speed. But enough of me actually talking about this team. Let's see if we can actually get some wins. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the most consistent teams in the game right now. Obviously, something like Pikachu is kind of more consistent. What else can I say is more consistent? Blaine. I do think this deck kind of rivals Blaine for that, like, no EX, all kind of, like, regular Pokemon thing going on. This is Druddigon. What do I want to do versus Druddigon? That's the question. We got Pokeball here. We got Venipede, which we could start setting up. I think we actually do just attack that Venipede that Druddigon in our next turn. I think it's worth it. For sure we could get the poison off, right? So that's free. And looks like they're probably running what's that Pokemon's name? The bird, Pidgeot. Because they have the energy, the mixed energy. And they're building up this Druddigon, so that's an interesting thing. We have no reason to X-Speed or anything. We got Whirlipede, pretty good for us here. Is it worth just taking our 30 damage here? I feel like yes. I mean, we have Koga to basically get a free heal. And we might as well Weezing, I feel like. I feel like there's no reason not to. So we're just going to Gas Leak and we're going to Tackle. They're going to get 20 free damage. Not the end of the world. I'd rather get my chip here. And now they're in KO range. We got Scolipede, which is pretty good here. We had honestly a pretty good starting lineup. And if they don't put anything else down, they're gonna lose eventually. Or yeah, they lose next turn if they don't put anything else down. So do we attack here? They can do 90 damage, thinking about it. So maybe we actually just pull back into the other Weezing. Okay. And we end our turn. And then next turn we could just tackle with this Wheezing and get the KO. So this is actually decent for us. We get to eat this. It will KO us in return, but that's fine. Oh, that's an easy win. Nice. Pretty strong. Alright, next match here. This guy actually has the Celebi emblem. I'm kind of jealous. I need that full art of Mew to be able to get that. The Rainbow Rare Mew. Speaking of Mew, here it is. They probably have it in this deck. They are going second, I believe. Okay. What the... Alright, let's go. Let's get that win. We're going second, so that's pretty good, I guess. We got Coughing, so we can immediately call the other Coughing. That is actually pretty good. But that also does force me to kind of greed here and not use my Pokeball or Professor Research, because then I kind of waste my potential in a way. Interesting. I think I will use the Professor, but not the Pokeball. Let's see what happens here. We get the Wheezing, and we get Venipede. I think that's actually pretty perfect. So we're gonna Division. The next Pokeball will either get us another Venipede or a Salandit. Executor could be scary here, especially if it's Executor EX. They could just one-shot me. They already got Servine, which is scary. Oh wait, they're actually running the new Executor, yeah. Interesting. We have Scolipede already, but we just are missing the middle evolution at the moment. But I think we're set up pretty well here. We got Salandit, which is our secret sniper, I guess you could say. There's Venipede number 2, and there's Koga. So we're actually looking pretty good. If we get Whirlipede next turn, we could snipe. This thing is not going to be able to do that much damage because my Pokemon do not really need energy like that. And as it stands, it can only do 100 damage to Wheezing, which is not enough for a one-shot. And let's just go for our damage. Nice 40 chip is not bad. Ooh, excuse me. We got 2 of the Whirlipedes in the deck, so we're looking pretty good there. They could get Superior here, which would actually suck for us. They got Delmise. Wow, they got Superior that quick. That's kind of insane. They can hit us for 100 here. Obviously, we have Erica, which does help a lot. But that's just insane, right? Okay. So, we're gonna have to waste our energy here, I guess. Do we just go for the Salandit? I don't know. They'll be able to get a KO though, so probably not, I guess. We're just gonna Koga into Coughing and tackle again. Here's Coughing. Here's Wheezing. Here's Coughing again. And let's just go for tackle. Whirlipede would be really nice here, because then we could get rid of this dang Executor. And I guess I would sacrifice Wheezing in that case, because I want to be able to Coughing bounce against something like Celebi. And you can only do it twice, so I think I would do that. They could do 100, but that's fine. Whirlipede here would be great. Wheezing number 2. Oh man, what do I do here? I think I do just gotta Koga bounce again. Is that worth it? I guess. We could just go for Salandit, honestly. So we're gonna Koga bounce. We're gonna one-shot this Executor with Salandit. And they could take me out with Celebi, that's fine. we got another coughing. Let's just go for Salandit here. Does exactly enough damage. Boom. It actually would have done enough even if they had 10 more HP points. And what are you going to do? You're going to KO my Salandit? Go ahead. Oh, there's Delmise. Okay. They're kind of being annoying, I guess. We could just retreat into Wheezing though, so that's fine. Get the poison, get the tackles going. And Salandit's always going to be here now, so that's good for me. Finally, we got Whirlipede, so we're looking good now. We're going to retreat into Wheezing. Put the energy on the Wheezing, and we're just going to start smacking. If Wheezing has to go down, it has to go down, right? Nothing too crazy going on now. We have enough energy to attack with Whirlipede as well, which is something to keep in mind. There's the poison. They get to live like 2 turns, so they can actually build up this Celebi pretty good. But I think we're in a pretty good position to win here. I think next turn we do put the energy on Whirlipede, even though we don't exactly need it necessarily in a way. We do it. Because we don't want any shenanigans. They're gonna live on 10 HP, was annoying. That is annoying. We're gonna put the energy on it so that even if they switch in Celebi, we can switch in Wheezing, sacrifice it, get the poison off, and be able to one-shot anyways. They're gonna live on 10 HP, which is a bit annoying. Especially if they use something like a Erica here. Then we're just kind of trapped. They leave. Interesting. Are they going for the Celebi play? I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Because now we can send in our Wheezing. We're going to sacrifice it. We can afford to give them 2 points, so that's fine. And then either Salandit or Scolipede will be able to one-shot this Celebi. They need 3 heads as well, which they get immediately, so no hope on that front. But they had 8 coin flips anyway, so I wasn't actually prepared for anything like that. And I feel like they're not going to expect Wheezing to be able to do anything here. I feel like this is pretty unassuming of a play here. Obviously, if we had Koga, this would be a lot better. Well, wait a second. I don't think I need Koga. We just hit the poison. And then we hit the leaf. This is gonna be enough, right? So I think we actually just won anyways. Yeah. Get shit on, Celebi. You should have never came in. For 2 prize points, there was no reason to come in there. We ended up beating Celebi, which is what I told you we do. No luck needed. Alright, this deck has been going pretty well for us. And it does pretty good in the Celebi and Mewtwo, which are kind of the 2 most consistent decks you'll run into. We are fighting a dark deck though, so... Ooh, and they got a better start than us. They're actually running the old coughing, which I don't fault them for that. I don't disagree with their pick here. Something that would be nice is if we get a Whirlipede next turn. We can attach an energy, get the poison off, and then attack and get Scolipede and KO. So Whirlipede, if you're the next card, that would be great. If not, then we have to think about what we want to do here. They got both their coughings, which is pretty interesting. We also got it, so can't really say too much about it. Whirlipede, please. Ah. Okay, so do we just take our 20, or do we retreat into coughing? That's annoying that we didn't get it. We got nothing that can even do poison here. Salandit, there's no point of putting it out. Do we just sacrifice Venipede? I don't know. I kind of don't feel like wasting an energy yet. So I guess we're giving my opponent a price point is worth it here. If they have the wheezing, that is. Okay, they're basically running a mirror match so far. Let's see what they got. Do they have wheezing already as well? No. Okay, that's good for us. Professor Research, please give us the Whirlipede, if you would be so kind. There's Leaf, and there's Leaf number 2. Not exactly what I was asking for, but we're here. We kind of have nothing to do at the moment. I guess we just fully set up our Venipede. That way we don't have to worry, we don't have to think about it. Whirlipede is online. It only needed 1 energy and technicality, but here we are. They got their Venipede already. Whirlipede, whatever. Awesome. Wheezing would be great here. Whirlipede would be great here. Just about anything, really, to get the game going. I feel like I don't normally have luck like this with this team. There we go. So we're going to be able to get some damage on the board. We're going to hit them for 40, so they either have to evolve or switch. Unless they want to get KO'd, which is fair enough as well. And if they do too much damage to us, honestly they could KO us here. If they get Wheezing, Koga, Whirlipede, Scolipede. They got Scolipede. Do they have Wheezing, Koga? That's the only question now. They got Leaf. So they're just gonna hit us for an honest 70. Oh, no. They're still stalling. Okay. Or maybe they do have Wheezing and they just wanted more HP. No? Okay. We do live Sculipede's attack though, so we need to keep that in mind. Is it worth sacrificing our energy here? Or wasting a Koga? Just for 20 HP? I feel like it's not. I feel like the answer is no to that question. We're just gonna go for the tackle here and see what they do. Like I said, at any point they could just destroy us here. They could just hit the gas leak, hit the Koga, switch into Scolipede. But honestly, do they even want to do that at this point? I feel like the answer is yes, by the way. We're just missing our Whirlipede here, really, which is kind of annoying. Oh, they can actually not one-shot us. Okay. Now I think Koga's worth it because we don't want to get KO'd here. There's Wheezing number 2, which wasn't necessary, but I guess it's nice to have. I wonder if it's worth just sacrificing Wheezing at this point. No. We want to force them to do some Koga shenanigans if they want to one-shot us. There's our Wheezing again. And let's just invest in energy here. And we're just going to tackle. Whirlipede would be really sick here, honestly, but we're not getting it. Which is kind of annoying, but we'll live. Okay, they're sending Coughing. Are they just hoping they get Wheezing or what? This is an interesting play. I mean, obviously Wheezing plus Retreat would be good. They don't get it. Interesting. Alright, I think we'll hop into one more match. Alright, final match here. Let's see what we're up against. We're going first, which is not bad, especially if we start Coughing. And it is grass. Interesting. Whirlipede is actually a pretty good start here. Especially if we get Venipede within the next few turns. We got Pokeball. We might as well shoot that off. There's our Coughing. I think we'll just hold on to that. We got Professor Research here. Show us the... not Wheezing. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for Scolipede. But Whirlipede is actually going to be pretty good for us here. Wonder if they put the energy on Delmise or if they have another basic in hand. Let's see what they do here. Research right away. Do they have a Snivy or Celebi? Nope, they just put it on the Delmise. They do have Celebi though. That's interesting. I guess they wanted their 20 damage chip already. Not sure if I would have done that personally. They have 2 Delmises. That's not something you typically see. Typically see 1 Delmise in those deck lists. Okay, so we're gonna get the other Venipede. We don't exactly need it, but we have it. And I think we just attack with Whirlipede. Put some pressure on them. We can one-shot next turn with Salandit, which they don't even know that yet. Which is what I like about having Salandit. You don't have to let your opponent know that you have it. You can just save it for opportune moments. Let's see what Delmise wants to do here. And we could just get Scolipede and be able to one-shot this Delmise anyways. Let's see how things go though. Scolipede would be great, but I'm not counting any chickens. They got their Snivy, so this is a little bit scary. And I think they don't invest any energy on the Delmise. I think the rest goes into Celebi, which it does. They're gonna get their 20 damage chip, which puts me into a 50 HP, which is not good. Ooh, they're going for that for some reason. Interesting. There's 30. What to do here? There's Wheezing number 2. I think we just take our KO with Salandit. They could revenge KO us all they want. We might as well let Salandit pop off here. And it does kind of put us in this awkward situation where we have no energy on the board. So Whirlipede actually can't just come in and KO Celebi. But let's just take this KO here. And that is assuming that they get 2 heads here, because they do need both heads. Or a Giovanni to be able to KO the Salandit. Which I feel like they should have saved that Geo for a moment like this. Okay, Delmise number 2 comes out actually. I can see why. But we're just gonna get 30 damage, which is not bad, honestly. Okay, they're going for their 20 shot too. I feel like they're kind of throwing by putting all this energy onto Delmise in a way. There's our Scolipede, so I feel like we just invest our energy into Whirlipede here. So then, even if they send in Celebi at any point, Wheezing just poisons it, and then that's a done deal. There's 30 for free. And what's the plan here? What's the plan here, Delmise? They could have Superior put the energy on Delmise, and then they're shooting for 90 now. Which is a little bit scary. That's a little scary, I won't lie. They got Potion. Is that gonna help them? Not really. Kind of. We got Wheezing though. I can eat this, attack. Obviously they're gonna start building up Celebi. But we have Koga, so that's perfect. Now we just Gas Leak. We're gonna tackle. And that's a 2-hit KO unless they have something like an Erica. Right, because if they stay in, we one-shot them next turn. Unless they pop an Erica, obviously, like I said. Let's see what happens here. They could even try to switch to Celebi and get greedy. They don't. There's 90. Okay, and we do get the KO here. And I think we do just greed it out. We just take the KO and let Celebi revenge KO us. Because then we actually have Koga to be able to just poison and switch. Which is pretty strong. So we put the energy on the Scolipede just to have it. And we tackle. It's gonna be like, no, you're gonna KO me. But then I just send in Weezing, I hit Gas Leak, I switch into Scolipede. And that's the game. That is the game. It doesn't matter who they switch in, Superior or anything. Even if they Sabrina us, we switch in the other Weezing, doesn't matter. There's no counterplay that I could think of here. I think we won for sure, which is the power of this deck. It's pretty good into Celebi, pretty good into Mewtwo, pretty good into Pika. Zard it would struggle with, but that's life. They red card me. Ooh, that could be bad. We need to pull either a Leaf or a Koga, which we do. Pull both. Nice. And they just go for their flips. Red card could have honestly lost us the game there, if we don't pull Koga or Leaf at all. There they go. They only got one heads, but that's all they needed. Let's just send in our Weezing here. Obviously, you're maybe thinking, well, Weezing has a 3 retreat cost. Leaf wouldn't have won you, but we have an extra energy we don't need here. Which is why I put the energy on Scolipede. That turn ago. Let's hit the Gas Leak here. Let's hit the Koga here. And that's a done deal for us. Scolipede came in clutch. Yeah, pretty awesome. I really like this team. Pretty consistent. It's the team I've been running. Especially during that 45 win challenge. But yeah, if you made it to the end, consider subscribing. And with that being said, this is Delta Neon out. Peace.